Operator advises, O2 on and prepare for ignition, 202. Copy that, and initiating a full 10-4-4.
Gracious God, creator of the universe, and yet the lover of my soul. Alpha and Omega, and yet I can call you friend. I don't have to beg you for anything, but I can thank you for everything. God, I thank you because this is the day that you have made, and I can rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for this day of magnificence and glory and splendor. God, I thank you for life, health, and for strength. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for peace, love, and joy. I thank you for the essence of you that envelops me right now from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. We thank you for this day of manifestation. We thank you for the day of revelation. We thank you for the day of impartation. We thank you as you move in the midst of your people to bring us to the greatest times that we've ever seen since the foundation of the world. Thank you, Lord, that for this time and for this season, you've allowed us to be a part of your move in the face of the earth. I thank you, God, for the revolution that you're bringing forth, God, even in the midst of the earth right now. And I thank you for the opportunity to be a part of what you're doing in this hour, because in the last days, saith God, you said you would pour out your spirit on all flesh. And so now we thank you for the pouring out. God, I thank you for the rain and the move of your spirit. I thank you for fresh oil. I thank you for new wine. I thank you for the new thing that you're doing. I thank you now that it does spring forth. I thank you, Lord, that you've called us to be the head and not the tail. You've called us to be above only and not beneath. You've called us to be the lender and not the borrower. You've called, God, that our storehouses would be full and increase. God, I thank you because even I decree and declare that the people under the sound of my voice even now are moving in the might of your strength. not by might nor by power, but by your spirit. I thank you for those that are the sons and daughters of God that are called because they walk not after the flesh, but after your spirit. I thank you for the rising up of the people of your kingdom. I thank you that your kingdom come. I thank you that your will be done, even now in earth as it is in heaven. I thank you, Lord, because you are moving in the midst of your people mightily as never before. Raise us up, oh God, to the standard of what you've called us to be. God, I thank you for the standard of greatness. I thank you for the standard of holiness. I thank you for the standard of moving as the sons and daughters of yours and not as vagabonds, not as those that never knew you, not as those that are confused and confounded, but God, those that know who they are in you. I thank you for the knowing. I thank you, God, for knowing you. I thank you for knowing your presence. Thank you for knowing your Holy Ghost power that gives us the ability to be successful. Your anointing that gives us the power to rise up and be called blessed. Thank you for that is in us. Thank you, God, for all things that pertain to life and godliness. Thank you because we are not confused. We are not deceived. And we thank you for that clarity of mind and the clarity of vision that allows us to walk forth as kings and queens, as princes and princesses in the kingdom that walk in the earth. We thank you that we are your beloved and we rise up as the apple of your eye. We rise up, oh God, as those that you love with all of your heart. And God, we love you back. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for soundness of spirit. I thank you that healing is our bread. Healing is our deliverance. By the stripes of Jesus, we're already healed. And we speak forth that healing even now for those that need it. Thank you, God, for every stripe that was taken. Thank you for the bruising. Thank you that he was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. God, with those same stripes we declare and we speak healing in Jesus' name. We give you glory, we give you peace, we give you honor, we give you blessing, we give you might. We ascribe all of these things unto you because they are yours. Thank you, the fruit of my lips giving thanks unto your name, ever giving you all that is yours. Glory, honor, power, dominion, majesty, it's yours. I decree it and I speak it. In the mighty name of Jesus, it is so. Amen and amen.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome you to today's edition of Yes You O Cubed. What does O Cubed stand for? One-on-one, because it's just me and you. I tell you what, this is another fine day. It's another marvelous day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. We're not in the 90s and the 100s. I tell you what, yesterday it was in the mid to high 80s. And it felt like it was a cool breeze everywhere. So I tell you, I went outside and I did some yard work, got some good stuff done, got some weeds up out of there, worked on my driveway. You know how you get a few cracks that have the grass growing up in it. I don't want to see no cracks. If it's concrete, I want concrete. So I went out and dug all of that up because it felt like it was winter. Because I'm telling you, ever since I've been here in the Dallas, Texas area, it's been 110 degrees and I felt like I could do everything yesterday. But I still realized it's still hot. high 80s, mid to high 80s is still hot. But at the end of the day, I didn't realize that till I got back in and drank up everything I could get my hands on, because the motherboard was dying of the thirst. Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? It was still hot, but I didn't realize it until I came in. But I tell you, it is a great day nonetheless. They're saying we got cooling trends everywhere, Double Spirit. We got cooling trends from the East Coast, north, south, east, west, I tell you, and we need a break because it has been Hades up in here. So nonetheless, it's a good day to be alive. It's Wednesday. It's already hump day. Yes, it is. It is August the 10th in the year 2022. And I'm telling you, I'm loving every day. I'm loving every minute of every day. And I hope you are too. It's another day's journey and I'm glad about it. So let's get this party started and let's get this party crack-a-lacking. I tell you what. I slept like a baby last night. I think it was all that exercise I got out there, the bending, the twisting, the sweating, the turning, the pulling. I'm telling you, if you want some good exercise, get out there in that yard and do some yard work, baby. It will work for you. I'm telling you, it will. Now, let's start this party. You know how we get it started. We like to look at who came in to bring all the love, soul, peace, and happiness into the Lion's Den to make sure there was plenty of that here for you all when you got here. So here we go. Let's see. We had 5 people that came in early, bringing all the love, all the peace, all the joy, happiness, and soul. Don't forget the soul. You got to have some soul. Let your soul glow. Oh, okay. My voice cracked. Nonetheless, the 5th person to come in the room this morning, and she came in just letting y'all know she wanted to love on you, and the head usher reporting for duty. That was none other than Miss Fabulous, otherwise known as Mel Holiday. Thank you for coming on in here, sweetheart. You know I appreciate you. Head usher is reporting for duty, and that's the way we do it up in here. Thank you so much for that, love. I appreciate you. Now, the 4th person in the Lion's Den this morning was none other than the beautiful, the auspicious, the lovely, sassy Cassie, otherwise known as Cassandra Isaiah. Because Cassie, thank you for coming in. Thank you for bringing the love. Thank you for bringing it in, sis. And so much love right back to you. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she beautiful? And let's see, let's get started on the 3 that came in for the love seat and Grandpa Holmes' chair. The 3rd person to come in the Lion's Den early this morning was none other than Din Darn. Din Darn, you did that all the way from the UK. Thank you for coming in, Din Darn, and so much love coming to you, dear. So much love coming to you. Now, get on that love seat and just go ahead and rest yourself, and let's get things crack-a-lacking. Oh, I'm telling you, the Lion's Den is just full of beautiful people over there in this VIP section. Now, who's going to sit with you today, Din Darn, is none other than Kai Chick, go ahead and sit over there. Tell Din Darn, scoot her hips over just a little bit. Scooch those hips over just a little bit and let you get on that love seat. That's my Kai Chick. That's my girl. That's my evangelist. Thank you for coming in this morning, bright and early. I appreciate you, sis. You were on it. Thank you so much. But the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair is none other than Shelly Thunder. Shelly, you are the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair. Go ahead and put your lips, your hips, and your fingertips in that chair, sis. Go ahead and sit down. You are the winner. I'm telling you what, she comes in like gangbusters. And listen, she was on her game this morning. I'm going to give it to her one more time. Come on in here, Shelly. Come on, girl. Come on and do your thing. I appreciate you. I do. Now listen, while I got Shelly Thunder up there, we gonna go ahead. You know where we go from here. And I tell you, when she's on a roll, she's on a roll. So she came in this morning and did her thing. And isn't she beautiful? Now, she is one of the moderators here in the Lions Den. So listen, I want to go ahead and you know how we do. Get that mod love going. Get that mod love going. Get that mod love going. Because listen, there's some beautiful people up in here. I want to appreciate these three beautiful ladies because they do so much to keep me going. Yes, they really, really do. And I appreciate up above my head. I hear thunder in the air. There must be a Shelly Thunder somewhere. She does an awesome job here in the Lions Den. That's my prophetess. Then we have the Galactic Supervisor. Yes, the Rebel Inc. If you're not following the Rebel Inc., you already know. Quit your wicked ways. I need you to quit your wicked ways and follow the Rebel Inc. She's going to bless us when we leave from here. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Rebel, I believe we're going to be going to the Rebel Inc. this morning for some anti-morning bangos and the cracks. So I believe, unless she tells me otherwise, when we dismiss ourselves from this place, we will be going. There's the yes. There's the definitive yes. We will be going to hang out anti-morning bangos with the Rebel Inc. And please, please, please follow her. Then last but certainly not least out of my blessed trinity is the Quiet Storm, Michelle Brownell. That's my girl. I'm telling you, these beautiful ladies do such a phenomenal and awesome job. Not only for the Lions Den, for myself, but they also take care of Reboot, the podcast. They take care of my young millennials there. They take care of us in Good Grief. They take care of us in Friends. I mean, they are on duty and on point. And as I said the other day, they take care of me in that 2 o'clock Waking the Lions, because every time I call out a scripture, baby, they got that scripture in full lock mode down there in the chat. They do everything I need them to do and more. So I appreciate these beautiful ladies and thank you for that mod love. I see you, the Rebel. I see you, MCP812. I see you, Scratch Wolf. I see you, Tall Pumps, BTD Mom, Joanna G, Stacy 546, KB Browns, MCP812. Thank y'all for the mod love, because listen, I couldn't make it without you, and I appreciate you, and I want you to know that. Now, I'm going to make a quick announcement for those that are in Kansas City. Kansas City. I will be preaching in Kansas City on this Sunday morning. I will be there in Zion Travelers. Yes, y'all, Zion Travelers in KCK. I will be there with the Eagle, none other than Pastor Gerald Ballou. So I want to invite and remind everybody in the Kansas City metro area, if you're available to meet me at 9 o'clock sharp, and they are very timely people. They are very timely people. So at 9 o'clock sharp, we will be in the house. I'm going to tell you the way they run service, and I mean, we have church, but probably about 9:15, 9:20ish, I will be up preaching. That's the way they do it. They don't tarry. We don't stay there all day. We have a good time and we go home. So if you're in the Kansas City, Kansas area, Kansas City, Missouri area, or into the metropolitan area there, just know and remember, I will be there preaching Sunday morning with the Eagle at the Zion Travelers Church. All right. Now, you know how we get this party started. I had to get that off the top of my head while I was still thinking of it, because, you know, once I get to going, I lose contact with all the present world, and I just go someplace else and transform into another place. Now, you know how we do it. As my mother said, when you walk in the room, speak to somebody. So this morning, we're going to come in and we're going to speak to everybody that's in my chat. And I always say, for those of you that are not in my chat, but you're just holding space, I want to say thank you to you, because your presence matters. Your presence makes all the difference in the world. And I welcome you and appreciate you for taking time to be here this morning. The first person in the room in the chat this morning was Dr. Dady Priest. And y'all know how I feel about this woman. The high priestess is in the room. Good morning to you, sis. And if you're not following Dr. Dady Priest, Quit your wicked ways and go out there and follow my sis. Engagement matters, and she will engage you and keep you blessed. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Now, I see you, Stacy 546. Come on in the room, sis. So much love coming to you. Thank you for being in the Lions Den this month. Tall Pumps this morning. Tall Pumps is pumping tall. You better come on in here, sis. So much love coming to you. Truck driver. Yes, y'all. There's the Mufasa. That's my Lion King. Come on in here and I see you this morning. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking out who else is in the Lions Den this morning, and work with me here because my stream, my thing is just jumping all over the place. Mel Holiday, good morning to you, sis. So much love coming to you. And yes, Leo's rule. You better go on with your bad self and celebrate. My sister has a birthday coming this month, y'all, if you haven't figured it out by now. And she's pretty excited about it, and I'm not mad at her. Joanna G98, good morning to you, sis, and blessings upon blessings be upon you, my dear. Nathan, the gift, come on in here. I see you, sir. Come on in the room, and good morning to you. All I need is one good squall. I see you coming in here, Den Darn. Yes, ma'am, all the way from the UK. I love you, sis. Love and blessings right back to you, and you are a blessing. Thank you for being in the Lions Den this morning. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking out. Who do I see? The Rebel Ink is in the house. Come on in, sis, and mad love to you. That is the Galactic Supervisor. Not your district supervisor, not your state supervisor, not the national supervisor. She's the Galactic, yes, I said, Galactic Supervisor. Come on in the house, mother. We're so glad to have you here. Coming on down, and I see MCP 812. That is the Lioness. Come on in here, my sister. So much love to you. Hugs and everything else coming your way. I appreciate you for being in the Lions Den. Coming on in, and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking out and seeing who I can see that's here. And I'm looking, and who else do I see as I come on down? But a double portion of the Spirit. Double Spirit 08 is in the room. She is a moderator. Yes, she is a moderator extraordinaire. Good morning to you, my sister, and thank you for spending time with us here in the Lions Den. I'm coming on down, and who else do I see? BTD Mom. She's in the room, y'all. Good morning to you, sis, and so much love coming to you. Cassandra Woke 2022. I see you, my dear, and we had your beautiful picture up earlier. Good morning to you. This is my poet laureate, and she comes in, and I tell you, she rhymes in time, and she tells us everything we need to hear in the written word. We appreciate you, sis. Come on in here. So much love coming to you. Coming down and seeing if anybody came in. We got a cold front. It's a cold front, Rebel. It's in the mid to high 80s. We in a cold front. We've been baking at 110, Lord Jesus. I said, Lord, they got me like a piece of bacon down here. I'm a pig on the spit, just turning like rotisserie. It's hot. Scratch Wolf is here. Good morning, and thank you so much, and blessings right back to you, sweetheart. Blessings right back to you. Thank you for being in the Lions Den this morning, and I appreciate you just for being here. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking, and I appreciate everybody that's hosting. Did anybody come in the basement while I was upstairs? Well, there is KB Browns. Happy Wednesday to you. You're early today. You are early today, KB Browns. Good morning. That's my brother from another mother. It's good to see you. Come on in and make yourself right at home this morning. I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking out who else is here. And I'm looking and seeing if anybody else came in the basement. Did anybody else come in the basement while I was upstairs? Coming on down, and it looks like, do I have everybody? Did I name everybody? Let me keep going. I think I got that. I think I got you. Jennifer, good morning to you, sis. Oh, I appreciate you for being in the midst. Jennifer is a streamer, you all. Please go out there and follow her. Click that like button and then click that bell so you can get the notifications and know when she's streaming. Thank Thank you so much for coming in. Tall Pumps, I want to say you and Woman Unsilenced had another awesome stream on last night. If you're not following Woman Unsilenced, please go out there and follow her. And Tall Pumps, you are doing an awesome job as a moderator in that channel. Just beautiful, beautiful. And I saw you multitasking. She said, listen, I'm doing laundry. I'm in the laundry room and modding all at the same time. I ain't mad at you, girl. You were working your jelly. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm trying to see, is there anybody else that came in the room? Did anybody else come in the basement while I was upstairs? And DJ Aurora Onyx Hart is in the room. Good morning to you. Now I see you. I don't see you. I don't see your husband. That's okay. Whether he's here or not, you're representing him and yourself. All of them coffee cups that he comes in, I get one for the Father, I get one for the Son, and I get one for the Holy Ghost. And now 3 in 1. There you go. I appreciate you, sis. She is a streamer. If you're not following DJ Aurora Onyx Hart, please follow her. And also DJ Onyx. I'm telling you, they are just a blessing. They are just a blessing. Go out there and support them. They have a wonderful, wonderful stream that they produce, and I appreciate them for being in the Lion's Den this morning. They're part of the family, y'all. They're part of the family, and we appreciate everybody that's here. Now, let me see. I see coffee cups. I see coffee cups. Are we ready to go? Are we ready to go? Coming. Shelly Thunder. She's in the room, y'all. And she is the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair. I see you this morning, sis, and so much love to you. I'm coming on down, and thank you for being in here. I appreciate you, sis. Now, I'm checking, and now she is a moderator extraordinaire because she's not only moderating here, but she's moderating several other locations, channels, and streamers as well. So I appreciate you, girl. I really, really do. You're just such a blessing. I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm trying to see, are we down to the end of those that are in my chat? And as I always say, even if you're not in my chat, just the fact that you're holding space here with us in love is a blessing. It's a whole blessing. I think we got everybody. I hope I didn't miss anyone. And let's get this party crack-a-lacking. Let's get this party started and let's see how we're going to do this. What had happened was, while I slumbered, slept, and slobbered, here we go. Let's talk about what happened. What had happened was, while I slumbered, slept, and slobbered. I'm going to start with this, even though I kind of don't want to start with this, but I am. You know, I really don't like to give a lot of attention to, I don't like to give a lot of attention to 45. But this story this morning kind of has me baffled. And so I'm going to start right here. Now, he is supposed to be Crazy Berrytown. I just saw her flying in. Your flute is always ready. Your flute is always ready, so is mine. In honor of Crazy Berrytown's presence here in the channel, so much love to you, Crazy Berrytown. So much love to you. Yes, that's my girl. That's my beautiful friend, Crazy Berrytown. She is a streamer, and I tell you what, she's a flute player too. If you didn't know, now you know. She plays the flute. 3 whole notes, y'all. 3 whole notes. Hot cross buns and all of that good stuff. So at the end of the day, you want me to get a recorder, Jennifer? Yes, hot cross buns, 3 blind mice. Yes, she plays it all, y'all. She plays it all. And she does it beautifully. I think she learned an extra note. But listen, she's always prepared and ready. And there you have it. Crazy Berrytown. But you copyrighted those notes. I'm glad you did, because I'm sure somebody's going. You know what? I think I heard somebody had stole your song the other day. I heard somebody had stole your 3 notes, and I want to report them. You know, when you got copyright infringements, how do you report that? I don't know, Crazy Berrytown. Let me know how I need to report that. I heard somebody playing your 3 notes, and I just want to report it because I want you to get paid. Get your coins. Well, let me change. Because listen, I don't want nobody messing with your money. Get your coins, get your coins, get your coins, get your coins, Crazy Berry Town, get your coins. They out here playing your notes. And I want the number one song on iTunes, KB Browns, is played by none other than Crazy Berry Town. The number one song. You heard it here first on The Lion's Den. The number one song on iTunes. Those three notes by Crazy Berry Town. So now you know. We keep you updated. We tell you all stuff you didn't know. But I don't want you to be unawares. I don't want you to be caught unawares. So I had to tell you. So at the end, the thong song, Tall Pumps. The thong song. Reported to the manager at Piggly Wiggly. They will handle it. Thank you, Crazy Berry Town. For those of you all that missed it, 3RW, yes, 3RW had their debut, and they debuted at Piggly Wiggly. And what they did, they went from aisle 1 to aisle 3 to aisle 10 to the produce section to the meat section. They were just all over Piggly Wiggly, and they made their debut, and it was an absolute splash. So I will definitely report it to the manager at Piggly Wiggly and let them handle it. I got your instructions, and I will govern myself accordingly. Now, at the Raw Confessions future concert featuring Crazy Berry Town and 3 Key Willie. Y'all ain't got no sense in here. Good morning, Iron. Iron sharpens iron, and that's my iron right there. Raw Confessions, good morning to you, sis. I might have known you always lurking and working, but honey, listen, the concert brought you out of lurk, didn't it? The concert brought you out of work. It'll never be the same over in the deli section. Never be the same over in the deli. It's one key. And for those that don't know, the Rebel Inc. plays any song you want her to play. It's a request line, just like she does her stream. She does the same thing on her keyboard. But there's just something about it when she plays it, it sounds every time like I know it was the blood. Now I know, but I want you to get your ears ready because there's something wrong with your ears. She's actually playing the song that you requested, but some way, how or another, your brain records it and remembers it as I know it was the blood. But I promise you, she's playing the song that you requested every single time. And with that same intro, with that same look on her face as she strokes those keys. Now, at the end of the day, let it be noted, no pun intended, I'm sure, Cassandra. Let it be noted, don't mess with the CBT's 3 note. Can't nobody handle them like her. Come on through, Cassandra. You better testify on behalf of CBT. Throwing tomatoes and fruit at Piggly Wiggly. Y'all silly up in here. 3RW, they tore that store up. They tore up the whole store. And at the end of the day, that I'm trying to tell you, that's what we got going on up in here. Now see, Crazy Berry Town, you done took while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered in a whole nother direction, because at the end of the day, your very presence, yes, your very presence in the room elicits a totally different response. And when your presence is here, when your presence is in the room, something just starts to happen. We start having reminiscences. She be stroking. She be stroking. Cassandra, you said you love the magical music request that blows your mind. It just blows your mind so that you think you heard the same song once more and again. She done come in dancing now. Crazy Berry Town, you better she be stroking. Hey, that's what happened. What had happened was while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, Crazy Berry Town was out here stroking and blowing that flute. And listen, the magic flute. I think she's rebel. Okay, Rebel's giving me the look like, what y'all doing in here? Now she done went to bucking. Now she done went to dancing. Everybody in here, get up, hit the flow. Everybody hit the flow up in here. Crazy Berrytown done wrecked the house. You know how you have that song at the club. Not that I've been to one, but you know how you have that song at the club. And that song that everybody's just kind of sitting at the table, nursing their little whatever they got in the cup, and they just kind of sitting there. Then all of a sudden, that one song comes on, and everybody hits the flow. That's the way it is with Crazy Berrytown this morning. That one song done came up in here, Tall Pumps. That one song done came up here, and we just all done hit the flow. We just done hit the flow. She done took over the whole stream this morning, but that's okay. I'm gonna let her have it, because listen, she got it like that, y'all. She got it like that, and I'm not jealous. I'm gonna let her have everything that's coming to her, because Crazy Berrytown is the business. She really is. Now, all that being said, if you're not following Crazy Berrytown, she will Zumba you to Zion and play those 3 notes on that flute. If you're not following Crazy Berrytown, I want you to follow her. And as DJ LV says, not now, but right now, go on out there. Listen, they asking for the communion cup. Y'all listen, they ask. That's what's in the cup. That's what's in the cup, KB Browns. You know what's in the cup. So there you go. You acting right on hump day. Come on. Y'all got it going on in here. Now, for anybody that's new to the channel, we talk, we laugh, we play, we have a good time. We're family. So it's not just a matter of coming in and I got an agenda and we're going to run on this agenda and get up out. Listen, this is the way family does. When we get together, we liable to talk about something, anything. So these are my babies. I love every last one of you. And you make my day. You really, really do. Y'all make my day. And this is why I come in the Lion's Den and do what we do. Not just for the opportunity to talk about what happened and this and that and the other, but this is how we're bonding. And I don't know if you realize it or not, this right here in the Lion's Den, this is a family. And I appreciate the different channels that I go to. But, you know, it's beautiful and most beautiful to me when I go to those channels where you can feel like your family. And so I appreciate the family feeling that's in the Lion's Den, because every last one of y'all are like family to me. And I appreciate you. Listen, let me read. Everybody hit the flow. Everybody hit the flow. Everybody hit. Oh, Lord, she done did it. She did it. She did it. I thought I was going to get away. I thought I was going to get away, but I didn't make it. Somebody, Cassandra said, poll call. Crazy Berrytown has incited you all to a poll call. So yes, Cassandra, everybody hit the floor, because we know the poll call crew is here. There it is, Tall Pumps. There's the leader of the pack. Tall Pumps is pumping tall. Y'all better come on in here. We got polls. Eileen Sideways reporting for duty. Oh yeah, we're official now, Crazy Berrytown. We're official now. Come on, Sassy Slide and Glide and Take a Ride. Y'all better get that name right there. She said Sassy Slide and Glide and Take a Ride. Did y'all see that conjunction junction? What's your function in there? She said Sassy Slide and Glide, take a ride. Come on, Sassy Slide and Glide and take a ride. Y'all better get that down. Says BW1968, good morning and blessings to you while we on the poll. Come on in here. Polls and communion wine for everybody, KB Brown said. Swing Low is reporting for duty. Oh my God, y'all just too much for me. You're just too much for me. So there we go. We done got our first pro call in for the morning. Lord Jesus. Whew, y'all doing, come through with the premium lap dance. Tall Pumps. I thought thought y'all were gonna act right. I thought y'all were gonna act right this morning. But now I see y'all have no intentions of acting right. And you know what? I wouldn't know you were my family if you acted any other way. So much love to all of y'all. I appreciate you. I really, really do. Now, what had happened was, while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, y'all, while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, this story right here has me somewhat baffled. Well, there went that. That's what I'm saying, Crazy Bear Town. There went that. You are absolutely correct. Seth, I tell you what, Crazy Bear Town got us turned up this morning. She got us turned up this morning. And I tell you what, we need these laughs. We needed these laughs. We did after yesterday's story with that couple. We needed all of these laughs. And listen, Tall Pump's throwing dollars. She said, y'all got her eyeballs sweating. She's so proud. Tall Pumps, you trained them well, girl. You trained them well. Y'all silly. Lord Jesus. We are the prayer warriors, not the prayer warriors. Come on with that, Seth BW. I appreciate you on that. I appreciate. Listen, that story, Scratch Wolf, that story yesterday, that closing story took all of us out. And, you know, a little levity after the heaviness that we saw with that, that fiasco. And even this morning, whilst we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, this story right here is what's headlining, and you all have probably already heard it. But there's much uproar that your former president, number 45, have come back. Oh, we make you holler and throw your dollars. Oh, Cassandra, listen, woo, y'all better listen to Cassie. Y'all better listen. Oh, Jesus, let me come on back. Listen, everybody's blooming. Yesterday we had BTD Mom was in rare form yesterday. Cassandra done come out and bloom today. Everybody's blooming in the Lion's Den. I tell you what. Now, listen, the quiet ones are coming forth. At the end of the day, this is an amazing thing, and I'm not saying this to be political. I'm just addressing the political fabric and arena, and it's an arena. It's a zoo right about now that's going on. And, you know, 45, they went and raided looking for, the FBI went looking for trouble, and I'm sure they found some. At the end of the day, 45 has subsequently taken to the streets and has presented himself as a political martyr. You heard what I said. He has presented himself as a political martyr.
Why you always lying?
So as he's out campaigning and doing all of this and presenting himself as a political martyr that is the victim of a witch hunt, what is amazing to me, and this is the part that I'm going to talk about quick, fast, and in a hurry, because I really don't want to give it any time, but I have to talk about it. You saw that on the front pages, then darn. On the front pages, it's a mess. It's a mess. So at the end of the day, you know, I'm amazed. Now, this is the same man that attempted a coup, attempted a takeover, and at the end of the day, had his people out there chanting, "Hang Mike Pence." And this is really why I'm going here. Otherwise, I would have left this story completely alone. Because I don't have the time, energy, or the effort to really give to that whole mess. It's just mess. It's just mess. But as now they're coming out saying that the FBI has weaponized their office as the FBI, as the Federal Bureau of Investigation. They have weaponized that. And now all of the other things, I'm like, and you got all of your political people out making these statements on behalf of 45. And that's fine and that's good. What I'm confused by is Mike Pence, who had his leader say to the people, I'm so disappointed with this man. He has failed us, da, 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 da. And these people were storming the Capitol, had hung a noose outside, saying and screaming and chanting, hang Mike Pence. And Mike Pence comes out and says the FBI needs to be investigated and they need to have their paperwork and their information and their in order. Now, did you hear what I said? This is the part that just has my brain scrambled and baffled. Mike Pence, and again, I'm not trying to be partisan here. My issue is all of these antics that are going on in the political arena. But when you have people that stormed the Capitol and came for you, screaming, hang Mike Pence, and chanting, hang Mike Pence, and then you get up and you start talking about so at the end of the day, and so ultimately in yesterday's I am a political martyr speech that he wanted to give and gave, there was also this tremendous hint that he's going to run for office again in 2024. Now, that was a dog whistle once more and again for all of the cronies to immediately align themselves. And you know, I have to tell you, to me, this whole field is it's like the mafia. It's like the mafia. And it's like if you don't line up with the Don, if you don't line, and I'm not trying to do a pun and a play on words, but if you don't line up with the Don, the Teflon Don, then, you know, fear for your lives. And the idea, after all of this atrocity that we have seen and witnessed, after all of this atrocity that we have witnessed with our eyes and had to live through and endure, for Mike Pence to get up and say what he's now saying, it's absolutely insane. It's absolutely positively insane. And so I look and I watch the political arena, and it's an arena right now. It probably has always been an arena, but this is a show. This is a show. This is a zoo. This is a circus. And I looked and I listened to all of the individuals that are now coming forward, even those that after the coup were initially coming out and they were speaking against it because they feared for their lives. These are people that thought they were going to die at the hands of this wild mob that the president incited, the then president had incited. So they came out initially rebuking this man. And now here we go, just a few months down the line and a few days later, as he's hinting at coming back and running again, and these people have turned completely on their heels. Even the ones that were directly threatened, we gonna hang your tail out here. I am absolutely shocked, stunned, and amazed. Now, I want you to be clear and I want you to pay attention. This is the political fabric that we have in this country. I love my country. I'm all about civic duty. I'm all about being a person that takes care of my civic duties and responsibilities. That being said, we're coming into the midterms elections. The other thing that's coming up, if it's in your area, you got the primaries going on this morning. Come on, KB Browns. If the FBI raided Hillary's house, the GOP would be quiet as mice. They wouldn't say a word. They wouldn't say a mumbling word. You wouldn't hear a thing, KB. And as a matter of fact, let me come here. And again, not to be partisan, but I want you all to be completely up to snuff on the points. They're arguing that this is a situation that they've created and manipulated for this particular time because the primaries and the election are 3 months out. But do not forget that the smear that they did against Hillary people were voting. When they created the smear that they did against Hillary, people were already voting. So, I mean, in the actual election, we ain't talking about no primaries or anything else. Come on, Jennifer. They want to defund the DOJ, but not the police. Exactly. Not to mention the come on. This, Jennifer, is just so much insanity. And it's like we sit and we watch this political theater daily. And it's amazing what people will swallow hook, line, and sinker. And I'm like, are you all looking at the same things that I'm looking at? And again, I'm not one of those that's sucked in by the media, because the media is part of the circus. They spin the story that they want to tell, the way they want to tell it, and the way they want to slant it. So you got all of this working in concert together. So I'm not deceived on that point. However, there are certain things. And that's why I love the internet. And I really feel like it's part of why they want to regulate it. Because right now, honey, the internet is showing and telling us what they don't want us to know. The internet is showing us and telling us what they don't want us to see, because people are taking their personal cameras and recording. People are taking their personal phones and recording conversations, recording things that happen as they happen real time in the streets without having the opportunity to be doctored up, to be cut and spliced on the floor. Folks are seeing it like it Tiz, just like we do it here in the Lion's Den. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black because we tells it like it Tiz. That's exactly what cameras and recording devices on our phones are doing, so that we're getting pure, unadulterated news, not from the news reporters, but from the people in the streets putting it out there. So they can't really fight that. They can't really do anything with that. I see you. Thank you for that. So at the end of the day, they're out here and we see what we saw. We saw live footage as it was unfolding. We saw live footage. Love you, Stacy 546. So much love to you. You have a blessed day too. We saw all of this plain, live, and in living color, without any filters between. And then you want to come around and so I'm not buying what you're selling. I've seen enough of real footage, not doctored and media fed footage. I've seen enough real footage to know, no ma'am, no sir, that's not what happened. And then at the end of the day, I'm just shocked, stunned, and amazed at what the people, are we really that gullible? You know, come on, y'all, tell me, are we as United States citizens, are we really this gullible? Are we really this out of touch with reality that somebody can just stand up and tell us whatever? I don't know. This is like insanity to me. And hey, it's a raid, y'all. It's a raid. Come on up in here. I see ya, I see ya, I see ya. Come through, come through, come through. Good morning to you, good morning to you. Oh my goodness, you better come on in here. This is sponsored by the Gospel Takeover. One reason, thank you, sir. I appreciate the raid. Thank you for coming in. Come on in, sir, come on in. So much love to you. I see you. Let me get my eyes together. DJ Lady Rasta, I see ya. Come on in. Miss Lottie Dottie, come on in. Shelly Thunder, come on in, sis. I love you. I appreciate you. The one and only Keisha Key, that's my sunshine. I see ya. I see ya, Lady Day 701. Miss Peace Smitty 15, I see you. Kiki B, come on in here. I see ya. Miss Frosty 60803, I see ya. Come on in here. So much love to you, DJ Stacy Blessed One. She is a streamer. And if you're not following her, I want you to follow her. She'll bless your life. DJ Miss Classic, come on in here. Another awesome streamer. Good morning, beautiful. If you're not following her, please follow DJ Miss Classic. I appreciate you. Lady T is in the house. DJ Roll'em 27. I see you. Come on in the house. Don't you want to go? And everybody that came with one reason, I hope I didn't miss anybody. Everybody that came in riding that raid train with one reason. The Bishop of Twitch. Oh my God, they up in here, and we thank you. Welcome to the Lion's Den. Hey, Big Moochie, baby. Come on in here and make yourself at home. So much love to you, so much love to you, so much love to you. Thank you for coming in. To your right, to your left, Now walk it on back. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. You better break it off, Miss Frosty. Break it off. Oh, you riding, they riding that raid pole. Not the raid pole. Good morning to you. Good morning. So at the end of the day, I appreciate everybody that came in that raid. You're all so big. DJ Miss Classy, you better dance. K2 Hoop, good morning to you. I'm sorry if I missed you, but good morning. Come on in here and break it off, baby. Break it off. So good to see every last one of you beautiful people. Yes, one reason and the gospel takeover. Soldiers for Christ are in the room. So much love to each and every last one of you. Now, listen, I'm on this story about Mike Pence getting up and defending 45 with this idea. And as you said, Jennifer, you want to defund the Department of Justice, but you don't want to defund the police. You know, it's insanity amongst us. And as I was asking the question right before we were raided by these beautiful people, are we really that gullible in the United States of America? Are we really this gullible? Are we really able to be, you know, like a pig? We would put a ring. My father raised pigs and we lived out in the country. And they would put a ring in the pig's nose. They put them in the pen and put a ring in all of their noses. Because one thing about it, if you couldn't control that pig any other kind of way, if you pulled that ring in that nose of that pig was going to go wherever you wanted that pig to go. No questions asked. And it's almost like, I feel like we've created a people that we have a pig, we have a ring in our noses like that pig. And it's like we live in a society where we point fingers rather than finding a solution. And I'm with you on that, Seth BW 1968. And that's one of the things that we try to talk about all the time here is what is the solution? But at the end of the day, it's like, but it's an absence of critical thinking skills. Can I put it like that? It feels like we have an absence of critical thinking skills. And it's amazing to me. Now, I'll say this. I think that a lot of times in our public education, now in private school, they're going to teach you critical thinking skills and analysis all the time. They're going to start you at an early age analyzing and using your mind to think critically. Public schools, not so much. Public schools are going to tend to create followers because that's Arthur Javonda 5. Come on in the room. So good to have you. And she is also a streamer. Yes, she had the stream that everybody was talking about last week as the Rebel Inc. did her preaching voice or the sextoration literature that she was reading. They still talking about it. Arthur Javonda still talking about it. So I hear you. Come on, one reason. Charter schools as well get you thinking critically. And thank you for that, one reason. This is an issue. And Dr. Dady was in here. I don't know if she's available or not. I know I've got Crazy Berrytown in here. I don't know what other educators I have in here as well. But it seems to me that critical thinking skills are almost non-existent in this country with the general population. The Gen Pop is just like clueless. Tell me. As a matter of fact, I put this up one week where it said they were asking in the cartoon. It was a cartoon. They were asking the individual, "What do you stand against now?" And her response back was, "I don't know. They haven't told me yet." This is the kind of work. In the absence of morality from our leaders, they promote lies and the sheep follow. Come on with that, KB Browns. I'm glad I looked up and saw that. They promote lies and the sheep follow. They mostly teach us to take tests. And testing is not, I could go a whole lot of places with that. And I worked for several years for a test prep company. And loved it. But I promise you, there are tools and strategies to test taking that may have absolutely positively nothing to do with your knowledge and ability per se, but just the ability to be trained how to take this test. You can take a test and pass it. So Groove Now, come on in here. You need that. I'm going to come on.
Why you always lying?
I'm gonna give it to you. And yes, they're just lying, and we're being led as sheep. The Milgram Project, for anybody knows about the Milgram Project, and I won't go all into that. But the fact and the idea that we're just sheep being led astray and led abroad, wherever you send us and wherever you want us to go, we will just blindly follow you right over the cliff. And as we say, that's the purpose of the Judas Lamb. The Judas Lamb would go over the cliff and the rest of them would follow him over, even though they saw him go over the cliff. You know, is that what we have really created in this day and time? And I really can't even say in this day and time. I probably would say it's been this way ever since somebody realized if we want, and this is a little bit of historical element about education and public education as it evolved into what it is. There was a time when many people were business owners and children, even children were in the family business, and they did critical thinking. They did all of the three R's, as my mother would say, auras, the three R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic. They did that very proficiently. I'm gonna tell you what, my dad and his peers, and he was not alone. My dad and his peers, they could multiply numerous numbers across in their head and be point on. I mean, exact. So, you know, even though you had people that only made it to 8th grade education or this and that and the other, but now my dad did graduate, but I'm just addressing the fact that we're talking about people that we say didn't get as far in school as we did, but I contend that some of their education was actually much more proficient and much more effective than what we're doing now. And again, no shade toward any of my educators that are here in the room. You work with what you have to work with. Now, the new methods, I know when I was teaching contracted in the school and doing some teaching on the ACT, SAT, I was amazed at how many of the kids, when they did their new math, they showed me their new math, I worked their new math, but then I showed them the way that I did math in my day, and it wasn't the new math way, and you'd be surprised at how many of the students picked up the way that we did math and did it proficiently. And you know, several of them, they were like, why are we doing it this way if we can do it that way? I can't give you all the whys and wherefores as to why new math has come out the way it has. However, as I told them, do it the way you need to do it for school, because if you got to show your work, baby, in new math, you got to know how to do it the new math way. However, I said, when you're taking the ACT, you ain't got time for all of that, baby. This is when they got to showing me. I was like, why are you doing that? That's the way they taught us. I said, okay, let me show you another way. If you can catch it, let me show you another way. DJ Leo the Great is coming in. High fives to you, my brother. Appreciate seeing you in the Lion's Den. He is a streamer. If you are not following DJ Leo the Great, please go out there and follow my brother. He'll take you to the lake house and y'all have a ball. You feel public education is the business that creates a problem and then creates a program to solve the problem that was created by the money and the business. Come on with that. And and you're not far from the truth on that. I'm gonna tell you what. Even when you hear privatization, and if y'all remember, 45 had DeVos as the director of education at the time that he was in office. And at the end of the day, their whole agenda in Michigan was largely geared towards privatization of education. And at the end of the day, all of these different things, when you hear the word privatization, when you hear they want to take that and make it private, they want to privatize it, that's another way of saying somebody about to make money off of that. And they're already making money, as you said, Joanna. They're already making money off of it. It's supposed to be the way computers calculate numbers. You know what? One reason, at the end of the day, as I was saying, I showed just regular math to the kids and they picked it up very quickly. And I said, because listen, you're taking a time test. You don't have time to do all this mess that y'all doing when you're taking a time test. It's so at the end of the day, I had those students that picked it up and they were very proficient in old school math and they were having a heyday, but they still had to go back and learn the new math way. But at the end of the day, I look at even the way that I learned, and my dad was like, why are you doing it like that? Because like I said, he and his age group were able to do everything that I was doing in their heads. So, you know, we see so many different changes. Miss Robin, come on in here. Miss Robin C is in the room. It's good to see you. It also causes disparity. Come on with that, Scratch Wolf. Y'all better talk up in here. And y'all, listen, y'all talking strong and you're talking truth. You know how we do it in here. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black because we tells it like a T-I-Z-T-S. Natty Dread is in the room. Come on in here. Chazzy Licious is cooking, is in the room. Come on in here. And Chazzy is my girl. Listen, she is our chef. Go out there and follow her. If you're not following her, please do so. She will bless your whole life. Go Ratty is in the room. Come on in here, Go Ratty. So much love coming to you. That's my brother. I love you. Come on in. Come on in. K2 Hoop, you taught your kids the same way and the teacher gave your son a bad grade and told him he needed to do it the way she taught him, even though the answer was exactly the same. And you're right. You're exactly telling the truth, K2 Hoop. That's why I told the kids, you still have to learn the new school math. You still got to learn it because they want you to show your work and see how you get it and da-da-da-da-da. But if you don't, they will count your answer wrong, which, you know, hey, whatever. Mike City, Mike City, he's in the room, y'all. Come on, let me get my horn. There it is. Come on, my guy. That's my guy. Come on in the room. So you're exactly right. He is a streamer. Mike City is. And if you're not following him, please, please, please follow my brother and let him bless your life. So yeah, you're exactly right, K2 Hoops. If you don't show the work the way they want it done, they will count that answer wrong, even though you got the right answer. Hey, the horn. That's what I'm talking about. So, you know, this is an issue. And I understand doing it the way that they want you to do it. So I'm not fighting that. But at the same time, if you're causing some areas that the children are being disadvantaged by, you know, I don't consider myself to be particularly slow. And baby, the way they were showing me the new math, I was pretty near confused. I was able to follow it, but I was pretty near confused. And I thought to myself, if you're not strong anyway, you're going to really be confused by the time you get finished with all of this right here. So, you know, is my child actually slow? If you're telling me that I have to do it the new math way, and the new math way may be very confusing to me, when I know how to do it another way that works just as efficiently and just as effectively, and I understand it and I get the right answer, does it have to be your way and your way only? You know, that new math is trash. I see you, Mike City. I'm not crazy about it. I'm not a fan of it at all. I'm not a fan of it at all. But at the end of the day, just like K2 Hoop said, if they don't work it that way, they will count that question. Even though you got the right answer, they'll count that question as wrong because you didn't do it new math. So, you know, go figure on that. And I'd be tempted to say that some of the teachers don't know how to teach it any other way. So than the new math way. They don't know how to do the old school math. So that may be a problem too, because when you start asking somebody to show you how to do something that they're clueless on how to do it a different way. And I think we have to deal with this in our children's education. And again, I'm not trying to have a smear campaign against teachers. Teachers are doing an awesome job in these classrooms. Listen, they are magicians. They're working magic in these rooms with what they have to work with. But at the end of the day, I do feel and have seen teachers that are inept, and they don't need to be in a classroom with nobody's child. They don't need to do their own children. They need to go to school. And so at the end of the day, if you have a child that may need to learn a different way and you only have one methodology that you have, and you have that one method only, every child does not learn the same way. And how do we get our rooms equipped with teachers? Now, first and foremost, let me say this. Y'all teach your children at home. Can you do that? Can you start with your kids at home? That teacher cannot do everything that you need that child to know. Can you do something at home? Take it. Listen, golden books, they sell them. Golden books, they still sell them. Get your child a golden book and teach him how to read at home. Listen, and I do have to say this, and I'm not saying this braggadociously, but at the end of the day, my nephews knew how to read when they went to school. So now, the golden books will bless your life. That my nephews knew how to read when they went to school. So come on here, E. Smiley. So much love coming to you. So at the end of the day, we really go hard on these teachers. But what did you do with your child at home? Because listen, we were not just going to idle our time away with the children, and myself with my parents, my siblings with their children. Teach them babies at home. Come on, you have many golden books. Let me get some of these comments in here. I see y'all talking over here, and I want to see what you're talking about. So I don't want us to get so hard on the teachers, but I do want you to advocate for your child. If that teacher does not have a teaching style that is matching your child's ability to learn, you might need to talk about that. Because I've seen several children in the school system when I was in there, and I've also had children of members of my congregation. They learn differently, and they're very intelligent, they're very bright, they're very sharp, but they learn differently than the way people are teaching in the classroom. And so you're marking my child as if they're dumb, slow, and ignorant. They are none of the above. We just are not matching on that teaching style. And they arrive at the same incorrect answer. They're just not doing it your method. Does that make my child slow? Absolutely not. So, pay attention now. Y'all know I say that all the time. Pay attention. Pay attention. Go sit in that classroom unexpectedly from time to time if your school will allow it. My mother was prone to come to my school whenever she got good and ready. And of course, she was a room mother and the PTA president and all of that. She was going to be there anyway. Go check on your children. Don't just turn them over to the peoples and then just trust them to do whatever they do with your child. The public education has also caused so many children to be bored. Ooh, been there, done that. I was bored reading the boxes to my kindergartners, and I know they were bored and confused. Then, by the time they are in the third grade, they were disinterested in learning. Come on with that. And you got to witness. I was extremely bored all of my educational years until I got to college. I was thoroughly bored to death, bored to tears. So much so that my behavior was acting out. I had some other issues going on too, where I could have and needed some counseling. But at the end of the day, I acted out. My bad behavior in school was really largely because I was bored. And I finally had a teacher I wasn't that one. Listen, I was getting A+, and if it was 110 points possible, I wanted all 110 points, not just 100. I wanted all them extra 10 points too. So I was a very high achiever, so it was not reflecting in my grades, but I was bored to the death. And so I'd get finished with my work early, and then I just wreaked havoc on the class. I just wreaked havoc on the class with all of my free time because I was bored to death. So, and it was, I think, really why I love what I consider, even in my preaching. I tell people all the time, I'm not necessarily what you would call a preacher. I'm a teacher. There was a teacher that to redirect my behavior, she had me, and of course the school I went to, they had levels. So you had X, Y, Z, A, B, C, whatever letters they wanted to assign. And I do not like that. But you had the slow group was Z, the fast group was X, and then Y was in between. So anyway, what she ended up doing was having me to help the Z group, and I fell in love with that. I fell in love with helping and the idea. And we had one of our black students, and I went to a predominantly white school, one of our black students, and I loved him. He was just as sweet as he could be. He was just a little slower to catch on. And the biggest thrill for me was when I would see that light bulb go off in his eyes when I explained something to him in a way that he understood it. And I would almost always deviate from the planned path of the teaching, whatever way the teacher taught it. And I would think of a creative way to explain it to that brother so that he could understand it. And he would get it every time. You understand what I'm saying? He would get it every time. And the that light bulb going off in his face when he get that big smile. And I knew that he understood it and he felt good about himself. Man, that put my feet on a totally different trajectory. And that I will advocate. I'm always for the underdog. Stop throwing our children away. They are not. They can learn. They can learn. Maybe you need to change your style of teaching. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I loved it. And that is exactly what I feel like I do to this day. I enjoy from a different vantage point, from a different angle. But your children are teachable, and they do get disinterested, and they are bored, and they are, and sometimes they're already advanced past the level that you are. So I hear you, Joanna G, and I'm glad that you're in a classroom that hopefully you can stimulate them and keep them motivated and excited about learning. And there's so many ways to learn. There's so many ways to learn. I'm not that person, so many people take notes. I'm not that note taker. That just does not work for me. I'm a listener and a visual learner. If I see it and if I hear it, I got it. All of that note taking and y'all going back to read the notes, that works for many, many people. It does not work for me. Find learning styles for those students and do what you need to do with those kids. So, that's the way I feel about that. So, the new math is trash. I'm coming on down. Your daughter took her SAT, and good thing she went to school when they were still doing math the old way, because that was what was on the exam. K2 hoop, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you what, when you only taught it one way and they only learned it one way, but then you get out here and you're asked to do it another way, man, I'm telling you that's I think really somebody touched on that earlier. You can create disparities in test taking and all of that. I'm telling you. I'll fight it, because at the end of the day, it's about learning. People learn in a variety of ways. I got you with that. I'm with you all the way. So I'm trying to come on down and make sure I got everybody. Who thought of that new math anyway? Den darn, I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know. I don't know who thought of that new math, because it's new. It's brand new. And it's working for somebody. When they have the time, do the time test, the new school math is a hindrance. I agree 100%. It's because it's very cumbersome and it's very slow. And that's exactly, and I was brought in to contract at a predominantly black schools. I did those urban core schools that everybody else was scared to go to. And at the end of the day, that's exactly why I showed them the old school math. Because those time tests, I was like, you don't have time for all of that. You don't have time to do all of that. You got to cut to the chase, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. And they absolutely loved it and loved me for it. So, these are just some little hidden gems that are built and baked into the system that I want y'all to be aware of, because it's jacked up. You go around the world to get to the same answer that could have been reached sooner. Absolutely. It feels unnecessary to me. Somebody feels like it makes sense somewhere, and there may be a math teacher in there that it can explain why the new math is the math to do. But you're going to have to really do some splaining, Lucy, because I don't feel it. I don't feel that in my shondo. So I don't know. You think the new math is probably the focus on its process as opposed to the answer. I get that, DJ Leo the Great, but you can teach that without having to go through all them steps. In my opinion, you can get to all of that without having to go through all those steps. So at the end of the day, whatever, you ain't got me on that one. And at the end of the day, when you start talking about critical, let me leave that alone. Most of the teachers don't want to teach the new math anyway. I hear you one reason. It's a mess. It's a mess. I'm not a fan. I'm personally not a fan. That's why it's important to attend all of these parent conferences, because the teachers will try and put your child in a slower class if they feel they don't understand the curriculum. You said a whole mouthful right there, K2. And I think that we have to begin to be very conscientious about our participation in our child's learning. It can be Yurdy. Come on in here, Yurdy. So good to see you. Thank you, and welcome for coming, and welcome to the Lion's Den. I think we have to be really, really conscientious, is that the word I want to use, about how engaged and involved we are in our children's learning. I don't think it's up to the school just put the child on the bus or drop them off at the door from the car. And then when they come home, what'd you do at school today? Oh, nothing. Okay. I'll speak from experience. When we came home, you were going to give a synopsis of what you learned at school today. You're going to sit down and, at dinner time, we ate together. We would sit down at dinner time. What'd you do at school today? And we're going to talk about what happened at school, and we're going to explain the different things that we learned. We're going to explain and show that we knew it and that we understood it. There was no easy pass on it. Dad, mom would ask questions. If there was some homework that was coming home, I never had homework. I don't think my sisters did either, because we could pretty much get it done in class. But when those papers got graded, you better bring some papers home so I can see what you actually got on that paper. And there was going to be questions on that. I mean, there was a full engagement. And then, as I said, my mother was a room mother, so she came to the school, and PTA president. So there was that constant engagement. So I'm gonna tell you what, come on, shameless plug, y'all Google Gifted and Lit, Black owned educational tools. Thank you for that, Tall Pumps. Thank you for that. Let's put that Gifted and Lit. Gifted and Lit. Come on, check that out. Check that out. Thank you for that, because I haven't heard of them either. I have some resources that I like as well. My daughters were all ahead of their grades. Come on, one reason. And my siblings and I, that was definitely our experience. I don't want to teach anymore because I don't want to feel like I am failing the future with confusing them and causing them to be disinterested. Oh, Joanna G, I'd love to have a conversation with you offline. I'd love for Dr. Dady. If Dr. Dady may be tied up this morning, I know she's in here, but listen. We need good teachers in the system. We need good teachers in the system. Just like as much as you hear me talk about politics and my sense of it's two wings to the same dirty bird, I'm glad that people like Royal Confessions is in the political arena, because she is what gives me hope. Understand me when I say that. You hear me talk about the people in mass, but at the end of the day, there are those good ones, and it's like, at what point will we have more of the good ones than we have the bad ones? I don't know. We got to get more of them in. And then I understand the challenge when you're in there and you're doing all that you can, and it seems like it's more to be done than what you can do. But this is where I hope and pray we can start figuring out how to get the resources to instructors and teachers like you, Joanna G. We want more people like Royal Confessions in politics. If we're going to have a political arena that's going to continue, we got to have more people in these areas that are effective and that love the children, love the people, care about what they are doing there. They're doing it sincerely with all their might to do and make the right choices and decisions for the people and or for the children. We need more of y'all. We need more of y'all. I see the hugs going out. I appreciate. But listen, I really want to have a conversation with you offline on that, because I can tell from your heart and what you speak and what you share in this stream that your heart is the real deal. And I would hate to see you come out of the classroom, but let's chat on that. Man, I see you. K2 Hoops, you've been on that site. So awesome. I appreciate it. Peer tutoring. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, preaching doesn't get through to me as much as teaching. Come on, you require teaching. I got you, Jazzy Mimi. Come on in here, sis. So much love coming to you. Thank you for coming in the Lion's Den this morning. And I'm an advocate for that as well, Jazzy Mimi. I would say that I'm definitely a teacher. I'm just very excited. I'm excitable. And when I talk, when I'm just animated, that's my personality. But at the end of the day, I want people to walk away empowered with knowledge. It's one thing to have somebody tell you something, but when you have an understanding and you can apply that knowledge and apply that and make it work in your life, that's what excites me. KB Browns, I hear you. Teachers need to know multiple ways. K2 Hoop, have to be really involved in your children's education if you can show your face to the teachers so they can see that you're there. And it's almost the same way as your loved ones in the nursing home. If you never show up, they feel like they can do whatever they want to do to your loved one. They need to see your face to face. So same with your children at school. They need to see you face to face to know that you care. I'm with you all the way. That new math, I hate it. Groove now. I got you. Scratch Wolf, so good to have you. Have a blessed day. And you may have been gone for a minute. This is why your grandson says all the time that he gets bored in class. He makes the honor roll and the principal list every time. Come through with that. And we need to have another element for our young and gifted Black children. We really, really do. There needs to be another directive available. And my nephews were same. And they really didn't have any kind of curriculum to address the level of where they were with their scholastic ability. And so you just sit there and it's almost like you're wasting these kids' times. And I felt like, even myself, I felt like a lot of my time in school was wasted. And it was very irritating because it was very boring. So, it is what it is. French, the new math. I got you. The phrase new math takes me. I know. They want to keep the kids dumb and they're succeeding. Come on and speak to me. I'm listening. I love that. How do you like that new math? Well, the new math, it's new. I'm telling you, coming on down. Those days are over. My daughter's teacher would send us YouTube videos to help us with the new E-Smiley. Listen, if that ain't a whole mess, but I hear you. The Department of Education has every child as a number. Ooh, Joanna G. You hit something that, I feel like in so many ways, and I hope that that's what we're doing here in streams like this. The system right now sees us all as numbers. Whether you look at your social security number, your number, at the way we've structured things in this world, we've got to take aim at humanizing people. And again, at the way that we've structured our society and the way that we operate, we've got to work at humanizing people. It's almost like, and I'm gonna get ready to switch over because I'm past my halfway point for the hour. it's almost like yesterday, and I'm gonna use that for a segue if I can. And I'm gonna come on down. Eagle's in the room. Come on in here, sir. I announced our thing earlier on, but yes, I will be 9 o'clock in the morning at Zion's Traveler. I'm glad you found us this morning. Char Honey is in the room. Come on in the room. Let me come on down and catch everybody. And I'm glad you're involved in your children's lives. Yurdy, come on. I love y'all sharing resources over here. This is beautiful. DJ P Foo is in the room. That's my brother from another mother. So much love coming to you. Shelby Nicole Cosplay is in the room. She's also a streamer, y'all. I appreciate you for being here. Please follow her. She's a streamer and an entrepreneur. Thank you for joining us this morning. And so much mad love coming to you. Now, I want to come back to let me read Miss Robin. Come on. My daughter was considered dyslexic and she graduated high school with a 4.0 and is now in college to teach child education. She was taught a different way of learning and she wants to help those kids. I love that. I absolutely positively love that. I'm so glad for that, Miss Robin. And it does take a different, if you are a teacher, and this is me, this is my opinion. Oh, you know, you're always welcome here talking about thank you for having me. Listen, I'll have you every day. You go to your grandson's school twice a week. That's what I'm talking about, Eagle. That's what I'm talking about. Get in there and be engaged. Let that face-to-face be seen and known amongst the people. Because like I said, just like in the nursing home situation, y'all hear me when I say this, if you got mama, daddy, auntie in the nursing home and you're not going and showing your face, they going to do whatever they want to do with your loved ones in the nursing home. The same with your children at school. They need to see your face. I know you're proud. I'm proud of her and I'm proud of you for giving her the tools that she needed along with those that helped her to really be the successful person that she is and will continue to be. I just love it. I love it. I love it. And so ain't no worries with that, Pastor Baloo. I'm glad that you let us put that in there. I want you all to get this. You are a recovering dyslexic. You can believe you're a financial analyst today. Come on here, Lady T. This is what I'm gonna do. Yes, Lady T, you did that. Dyslexia is not a barrier that cannot be overcome. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I love that. I love that. And thanks for sharing that because somebody needs to hear it. Somebody needs to know that, listen, it's not a barrier. It's not going to stop you. It's not going to block you. You can be and do and have whatever you want to be, do, and have. You may have to pivot past the discord as Dr. Dady Priest teaches in Engagement Matters. You may have to pivot past the discord, but you can get there. Come on. And come on with that. You're a proud college graduate. Come on with that. I love it. 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 Now, I want to use what I love it. I love it. I love it. I want to use what Joanna G brought to our attention, and it's not just in education, it's all the way across the board. It's all the way across the board. And that is a society that has become nothing more than mere numbers. I'm going to say this, where the church wants to realize it or not, a lot of churches are pure numbers. I said what I said. Listen, this is Yes You O Cubed, one-on-one, just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, and I'm going to tell you like a T-I-Z-Tiz. I'm going to tell you like a T. Oh, listen, we love you, and we love you for sharing your testimony, and thank you so much for pivoting on into your destiny, into your success. Oh, we love it. We love having you here, Yurdy. We love having you here. Thank you for being here. Now, Numbers, numbers, numbers. Everything and many things in this society are all about numbers. Yes, even at the church house. It grieves me, even as we come to the point of dealing with church. And to me, I differentiate between church and ministry. All churches are not ministry, and all ministries don't have to be in the church. And I'm going to say that again for everybody that's confused. Come on, KB Browns. Everything is about numbers, and it's very sad. It's disheartening. As Joanna G was bringing up, these kids have just become a number in the system. But I want you to understand that this is the mindset that we have started to live by, and it covers all, it crosses all of the elements of life and living, one reason. And it's like we've lost sight, and everything is about the numbers. And I'm gonna say it again. All churches are not ministries, and all ministry is not in a church. I want y'all to be clear on that. Let me say it one more time, because someone may not understand, but I want you to hear what I'm saying. All churches are not ministries, and all ministries are not in the church. So I want us to be very, very clear on that. K-Love for life, come on in here. So much love coming to you. First time chatter, I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome to the Lion's Den. Come on in here, come on in here, come on in here. And I'll say this about, you hear me talk about Eagle. I'll be at his church on this coming Sunday on the 14th, 9:00 a.m. Thank you for coming in. But the thing I love about my brother is that he's about ministry. He's not about just having church. And this is a thing that I want you all to start reclaiming yourselves. Start reclaiming yourselves. When you can identify whatever system, whatever institution, wherever you are, when you can start identifying that you are nothing more to them than a number. You're nothing more to them than a number. I want you to reclaim yourself, because we are not just numbers. So reclaim your children from the educational system in the schools. They're not just numbers. They're not just numbers. Now understand those numbers, and not just them as a number. Come on, reclaim yourself right now. Come on and do it, sis Cassandra. I want you to understand those numbers determine what kind of dollars they get. And I'm talking, and we started here on the school system, but I want you to understand it's the same in the church. Your number determines what kind of dollars they get if they're about the numbers. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? When you go into these various areas and elements of institutions and organizations, when they move to you're all about a number, baby, they don't care about you. They care about the number that you represent. And the number that you represent in turn translates into dollars. I want you to reclaim yourself. Reclaim yourself. I don't care who. Listen, some of y'all in relationships with significant others, and you're a number. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Did you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I want to be ever clear when you hear me talking about this number element. I want you to reclaim yourself. Whenever you identify that you have been reduced to a number, because you're more than that. Listen, some of you parents need to reclaim yourself from your children, because you're more than just a number. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I want you to reclaim yourself, because at the end of the day, they see, that's what they see. But baby, you need to reclaim yourself. You are more than a number. Humanize yourself. Take yourself back. Unfortunately, some of you all are in relationship with significant others where you have become a number. And God forbid if they got a side piece, because then you're really a number. If you a side piece and a number, come on. If you are a number and a side piece, take yourself back. I refuse to be number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take yourself back, because you're more than that. And then as we come into the systems and the institutions of the world, you know what, you understand when you get the prison system, which is our new slavery system, they're just a number. I'm number 6050910. But at the end of the day, I'm free labor. I'm free labor for everybody out here for the goods that I'm producing, and I'm not getting paid. Listen, 1 is the only number I relate to, then darn. One. The Lord our God is 1. 1 is the only number I relate to. I need you all to take yourselves back. You are more than a number. Your child is more than a number in the school system. Your siblings are more than just a number. You as a parent, you as a partner, you as a significant other, you as a husband or a wife, you're more than, listen. And for all the gold diggers out there, no gold diggers, no gold diggers. I'm more than just a number. Is anybody hearing me today? So listen, Joanna G, you gave me my word for today, because baby, I want y'all to be clear. I am not a number. My child is not a number. We will never be a number. And I said what I said. This is Yes You O Cubed one-on-one, just me and you. And I am your spiritual thought leader. And y'all know how we do it over here. We take this coffee strong and black. No cream, no sugar. We tells it like it T-I-Z tis. Y'all stop being the system's number. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Good morning, DJ DeForest. Come on in here, my brother. So much love coming to you. Listen, this is how we do it over here, din darn. This is how we do it. One reason, no cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black. And I surely want y'all to understand that about the churches that y'all attend. And some of y'all going in, and if you ain't figured it out by now, baby, you are nothing but a number in that church. And so once more, I'm going to say, every church is not a ministry, and all ministries are not in church. So I want you to be clear. I want you to be clear. Michelle Brown, oh, there she is. Come on in here, sis. So much love coming to you. There's my quiet storm. I'm going to say it once more and again. I want you to reclaim yourself. If you find yourself in a situation where you are just a number, reclaim yourself. And I said what I said. Because this whole dehumanization of people, and whether you realize it or not, I'm really trying to be loving and genuine in this, but whether you realize it or not, if your children, let's go children to parent, if your children only see you as that cash cow, they have dehumanized you, baby. They have dehumanized you. If they only see you as a cash cow, they have dehumanized you. If your significant other or your husband or your wife only sees you as a number, they have dehumanized you, baby. What kind of love is that? What kind of love are you going to get out of that? If you're just here for the dollars, listen, just like the Bible talked about, some folks was following Jesus not because they loved him. They were following him for the fishes and the loaves. There's some folks sleeping next to folks right now. They're with you for the fishes and the loaves and the cat. Fishes, loaves, and tuna. Yes. If that's what they're there for, baby, reclaim yourself. She told me to hydrate. All right, let me see. I got a little tea. Let me drink a little tea. I'm giving tea. Let me drink a little tea. If they just there for the fishes and the loaves and the cat, baby, reclaim yourself. The pocketbook, both of them. Then darn, they got to go. The tuna. Did you hear what I said? Only Only good tasting tuna gets to be star kissed. Baby, listen. Tuna subs in the house. One reason we will not listen. Understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. There's so much more to me than my pocketbooks. Both of them. There's so much more to me than my pocketbooks. Both of them. Charlie is listening. Only good tasting tuna gets to be star kissed. Y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. Only good tasting tuna gets to be star kissed. And at the end of the day, the only people that's getting tuna subs over here, baby, you got to be one, not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and your side pieces. One. Oh, I'm trying to tell y'all something this morning. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you reclaim yourself. Because at the end of the day, anytime we have been dehumanized, that is exactly how we get that scenario that we watched on yesterday. When we watched that young black man stand there next to that sister while she talked about he wasn't on the market at 2014 when I first saw him, but when he came on the market in 2016, I immediately bought him and he's a great investment. Child, now while we were mad at that. We were mad. Y'all know we were mad. But I'm going to tell y'all what. Some of y'all in the same boat because somebody looked at you and they saw the car that you drive. They saw the house that you live in. They saw your paycheck and they looked at you and said, they ain't on the market then, but they on the market now. And I'm going to make a good investment right here. And every time you turn around, I said something right there. So this is the thing. This is the thing. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad at sis for doing and saying what she said out there broad and in open daylight if you gonna turn around and do the same thing. I said what I said. This is Yes You O Cubed. I said what I said. Don't be mad at sister for doing it if y'all gonna turn around and do the same thing. Help us, Lord Jesus. I said what I said. Because at the end of the day, this is the thing that I'm trying to get across. I want us to create a world where we are not dehumanizing people. You've got to humanize. So children need to understand, my mama, my daddy, these are people. You can't just walk and trample and talk and act any kind of way and then come to me with your hand out. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that, babies. It doesn't. Listen, Royal Confessions, I'm talking that talk. It doesn't work like that, baby. No, ma'am, no, sir. And some of y'all, and I keep staying on the children, and it must be somebody in the room that needs to hear this for you and your child. Listen, I know you love them babies. I know you birthed them. I know you burped them. I know you birthed them and burped them. You did all of that, but listen, some of these children are actually taking y'all to task, and baby, they are wearing you out like you are not a human. You are a robot and an ATM. Did I say something? Did I lose some folk this morning? I'm neither a robot nor your ATM. Some of y'all, thank you, John Studios. Come on in here and thank you so much. 2 months in a row. I appreciate you so much. I need you to stay in the human race, and I need you to keep your children's and your significant others and your employers and your pastors and your teachers and whoever it is that you have become a number to. I need you to reclaim yourself and let them know I am no longer just a number. I am somebody. Jesse Jackson said it. I am somebody. So at the end of the day, I need you to take back your own humanity. Oh, listen, if I'm in your Kool-Aid, I just need you to say ouch and amen and move. Reclaim yourself. You are more than an Autobot. Listen, you are not a robot and you are not the ATM. Listen, I'm trying to help you. So this is where we come into a point of understanding this society in which we live, which has almost desensitized us to the humanity of others. When you make people nothing more than a number, we come to the point where we desensitize ourselves to others. You are somebody, Miss Frosty. You better ask me. You are somebody. And this reclaiming of yourself, lest we see more of these kids out here. I'm not the bank. I'm not NOT, all caps, bold, italicized, underscored. I'm not the bank. Somebody really needs to hear that word. Because, again, that reduces you to nothing more than a mere number. Today it's 100. Tomorrow it's 20. The day after that it's 50. Listen, and this is one of the things that we touched on yesterday. When we have reduced ourselves to nothing but numbers, and I got to get out of here because we're getting ready to go over and spend some time with the rebel. But I want you to understand, when we've reduced ourselves to numbers, that's how kids get confused about what love is. That's how kids get confused about what happiness is. That's how kids can, like the mother said I looked at them and they're so young and in love and they're so young and happy. I didn't see love. I didn't see happiness. All I saw was young and stupid. All I saw was young and uninformed. All I saw was young and ignorant. But we have exchanged love and happiness, and we equate that with numbers. And I'm going to say it again. That's even in the church. I don't have a church. I don't have a ministry. I don't have nothing unless I can look at numbers. Baby, it ain't about numbers. It is not about numbers. Don't be deceived with that. Don't be deceived with that. It's not about numbers. And once more and again, before we get ready to get out of here, I want you to just stop on this Hump Day Wednesday, August the 10th in the year 2022. And I want you to look at any area of your life where you've been turned into a number. And I want you to reclaim yourself. Please do it. Reclaim yourself. Because as Miss Frosty said, I am somebody. You are. You are. You're more than that. To my streamers out here in Twitch, you're more than numbers. Man, they get y'all out here and we be hustling, trying to get this number and that number. And that. Baby, you're more than a number. All I need you to do is be quality. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? All I need you to do is be quality. If it's 1 that shows up, if it's 10 that shows up, if it's 15 that shows up, all I need you to do is be quality. Reclaim yourself. Reclaim yourself. Reclaim yourself. And be proud of what you do. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of the way you do it. Be proud. I am somebody. All of this other mess, baby, get out of that rat race. Get out of that rat race. Get out of it mentally, emotionally. Get out of that rat race, y'all. Get out of that rat race. Thank you for the resub, Din Darn. I appreciate you. Reclaim yourself, Yurdy. Get out of the rat. Listen, reclaim yourself. Reclaim yourself. You're not just a number. There's so much more to you. And if people want to know who they are, baby, at the end of the day, you will do whatever it takes to know me for who I really am. Come on, I'm proud of you too, Yurdy. I'm proud of you. You will do whatever it takes to get to know me in my truest and purest form. But what we're not going to do is turn me into a number for your leisure and for your pleasure. No, ma'am, no, sir. No, ma'am, no, sir. Come on and reclaim yourself, K-Love for life. In Jesus' name. Reclaim yourself. And I promise you, you will be so very happy. Peace will come. I promise you. Peace will come when you reclaim yourself. Joy will come when you reclaim yourself. Happiness will come when you reclaim yourself. Do not allow yourselves to be relegated to this numbering system. I'm in this world, but I'm not of it. Y'all can number all you want to. I'm not your number. I'm not your number on Twitch. I'm not your number in ministry. I'm not your number in the family. I'm not your number. And this is what I'm saying. I want you to understand. I'm not your number in relationships. I'm not your number. My name is Regina. And I have to say, I do love myself. And I'm reclaiming myself every day. Well, I feel for my brother. And I feel for my sister. Yes, I'm in this world, but I'm not of it, Yurdy. I'm not in this numbering system. I am somebody, and I love who I am. And I love every last one of you that came in. Is it your birthday, Mel? Is it today? Okay, hold on just a second. Let me see if I can shut that down just for a second. Because you know what, Mel? I was thinking it was today, but I wasn't sure. And when you didn't say anything, I said, well, maybe I got the wrong day. But listen, since it's your birthday, you know how we do it in here. Hey!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy
y'all. And we love you, we love you, we love you. I said I thought it was, but you didn't say anything earlier. And I said, well, maybe I got the wrong date, so I didn't want to play it and be on the wrong date. But happy birthday. You know the Lions Den loves you. And you come in with absolutely positively no act right every day, and we wouldn't have it any other way. We love you, sis. We love you. And thank you for coming in the Lions Den and being a part of this family, because it would not be the same without our head usher. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Oh my God, thank you. And I'm so glad you let me know before we got up out of here, because I would have just been crushed and disappointed had I known that we missed your birthday of all people, because you my girl, you my ace boon coon, you're my friend. I love you. Well, I feel for my brother. I feel for my sister. And this has been another edition of Yes You O Cubed, one-on-one, just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I'm so glad that you are here with me. And I appreciate even the raiders that came over with one reason on that awesome raid. Now, I want you to copy the raid message, because we're getting ready to go over and spend some time with the Rebel Inc. Yes, anti-morning bangos and a few of the crack Alex, she's over there waiting on us, y'all. So let's get busy and let's get over there. Now, look, I appreciate you following me, and I'm out there everywhere. You can follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Discord, Patreon. I'm out there, y'all. Follow me, and I will do you a little bit of good, I hope. Now, you know our mantra. We don't have a spirit of fear. We don't have a spirit of intimidation. We got power. We got love. We got a sound mind. That's what we got over here. And I am all powerful in love. And I want you to know, as long as you're moving in love and operating in love, baby, you are all powerful in love. We don't just talk about change, but babies, we want you to be the change, not just talk about it, but be the change. And you're not alone. This Pride, Pride, this is a family over here. This Pride Alliance is relentless, and you're going to hear us roar. It's us, you, me, we all, because baby, we all in this same thing together. Now, at the end of the day, it's not the den of iniquity, it's the den of activity. And there's been plenty of activity in the Lion's Den today. Thank you so much to my three beautiful angels. Yes, they are the Blessed Trinity, the Rebel Inc., Michelle Browno, and Shelly Thunder. I appreciate you three. Y'all are just the best. Thank you for the resubs and the subs, Miss Robin, John Studios, Den Darn. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. And then, of course, we got that raid that came from none other than one reason, the Bishop of Twitch. And to all the beautiful people that rode that raid train over with him, I gotta say thank you. You didn't have to do it, but you did, and I appreciate you. Now, you know how we do it in here. I like to say it like Shelly Thunder and the Rebel Inc., Michelle Browno. They often leave us with these words: have an amazing day on purpose. And at the end of it all, peace for your journey.
Cause I wanna go home.